Be on your guard. No choice. First strike!
Annihilation!
In a bind, you're mine!
Hear me! Flame of
Eat
fury!
that, burning!
Correctly!
My armor
Hear
won't
my
save
call.
you!
It's like trying
Not
to keep up
today.
with a wolf!
Now, take through!
In here!
Rising Wyvern!
Get on the floor!
Finish it! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Raging Cascade!
Eat this! What's
Sweet
this?
now! I'll be saving this one!
Do it! Johalim!
All yours, Kisara!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
I'll take that. No backing down! They got me placed! I'm on it!
I do!
I'll run you through!
This one's all
It's a
mine!
duel of the hour! Round and red!
Finish it!
Raging
In an instant!
Impact block! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! One more time!
What's this?
Finish it! Johalim!
Hey!
Blow them away! We're in good form!
I'll take that.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you!
By the power of God!
That friggin' does it!
Lightning orb!
Take this!
Their highest peak is armor! Cover the counter! Healing arm!
Be still!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, just
I'll finish you here and now!
It's almost too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Watch this!
Here's the evil!
Death blossom!
I'll bring you all!
Perfect! That's enough!
Healing circle!
I'm on it! That's enough! So much for sitting.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear. Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Aha! I forgot to look before I leaped.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be. Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did they fall alive?
He didn't seem to have to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey, save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing! Take this!
Here's the call!
Eternal devastation!
Please watch the flashing parts their weak point.
Rising water! I'm right behind you!
It's showtime!
Be still!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Not today!
Now I'm in the groove!
Searing flame! Reload! Lightning orb!
Prepare to be seized, oh sweet foot.
Let's talk and more do it!
Eternal devastation! No further! Mirage! Super Swallow!
I can carve through! I'm just getting started!
There you go! Don't let up!
You'll pay for that!
Raging storm! Bring you back from death to this!
Slash!
Tempest swirl! It looks like you got this one covered! Fury!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! I'll heal you all!
Dragon form! Pierce through! Swallow blade! Swordblade alpha!
We've all They're not playing around!
Yes, ma'am!
This'll come in handy!
Prepare to be seized!
Like Astrolabe! Forward that
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! In here!
Swordblade alpha!
Healing circle! It's weakened!
No further! This ends now!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Burn!
I can do it all day!
Armor won't save you!
Gemini Aqua! Raging Cascade!
Fire thrust!
Cover the caster! Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down!
Here,
Too
let me
slow!
help. First aid!
I'm on it!
I can't feel anything!
Stay away from my friend!
Where are you going?
I'm on it!
I'm gonna be
Such a failure!
Demon Fang!
Not done yet!
Resuscitation!
Do you require
Take this!
first
I'll
strike?
bring you back from death's abyss! Go find someone else to pick on!
Watch this!
They're not playing around!
The finishing blow!
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge!
Hey, now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Eat this! Watch this!
You're mine!
Raging healing!
Swordblade alpha! I owe you one.
Waterfall! Shield!
Eat
Let's
this!
get you all touched away!
You're mine!
Alan Fury!
Take this!
Lightning orb! Super swallow! One at a time! Here I
I'll finish you here and now!
go!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Freeze laser!
Watch it!
Here's a healing!
Here I go!
What are we?
First strike!
Alan Storm! In here!
Pierce through!
First aid!
It's finished!
Let's do it!
Watch this!
Raging
No
Cascade!
further.
Searing flame!
I can carve through all!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
It's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Ganon Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nias.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shion's not scary at all.
Alphen.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almadria. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed when they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said,
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well? Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh? Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alfred and Shion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
These must be the Ganons the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfun said Deadime would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well...
Is that? Yes. It's Lord Almadria Kynaris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice? Astral energy? Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen. Just...
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
I found you at last.
I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survivor after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell, I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people! Why did you... Why, Ela?
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor. Rearranging life and death to form new hellish compositions. That is what I do best. Now
Ma, I'm...
Sorry for almost blowing me up. Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay.
You're done!
Annihilation! Mega Red! By the Here's a healing art! First aid! First heal! Purge Malevolence! Arcane Waterfall! Derek Flame!
Eat dirt!
Will this help?
Eat this!
Rising Orb! Purge Malevolence! Hear my call! Waterfall! Flame Lancer! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Does it!
Burning Strike! Water! Hear my call! Spread! Wind
of your life!
Here, let me help.
Eat this! I'm on a roll, man! Different from before.
It's about to come at us. Look sharp.
Can't move!
Freeze laser. Raging storm. I'll bring you back from death to this. Resuscitation.
Will this help?
Raging cascade. Healing circle.
That's the
Dance
spot.
to the wind.
That's the spot. I'm on it!
Lightning orb. Follow that. I never miss.
In a vine?
Lunar corruption.
Far enough!
Light astral energy. I'll heal you all. Here's a
Not today!
dance in the wind. Power storm. Healing circle. Lord of the South. Laser sphere. Here's evil. Tempted swirl. Freeze laser. Water. Hear my call.
Tail's the problem.
Then let's focus there first.
I'll smash you! I'm on it!
Blazing cascade. Mega ray.
Damn it! If only I'd been more careful.
Will this help? Freeze laser. Healing circle.
I really owe you one.
Steel force.
Now we're not-
Eat this. Steel. Far enough. I'll be saving this one. I'll bring you back from death to this. Wind astral energy. More of that.
I'm on it.
Lightning control.
Now I'm in the groove.
First aid. Hey, that.
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Double
Demon Fang! Eat this!
Light astral dance in the wind. Here's a healing arc.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help?
First strike!
Lightning healing circle. Lightning ray. Where are you going? Dance in the wind. Air confiscating.
Soaring light spear! I'm on it! I'll smash you!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Dragon strike!
Can't end here!
Dragon shell! Fang Bolero! Now I'm in the groove! Off my
Waterfall! Freeze lancer!
That freaking does it! Swallow blade!
Here's a healing arc! In the wind!
Far enough!
No further!
Field! Here I go! Lightning orb! Here we go again! By the power of water! I'll bring you back from death.
That's much better.
I'm on it!
That freaking does it!
I owe you one.
Sonic throw! First strike! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
Sleep now. I owe you all.
You'll pay for that! I'm not done!
Healing circle.
Sword Blade Alpha!
Bring you back from death to this. More of
Eternal
that.
Dividend!
Resuscitation. Mega ray. Water. Annihilation. Here's the mega ray.
First strike! Now, all is breathing!
Take it down.
Eat dirt! It's go time!
And there goes the tail.
Right, let's do this! That's Watch this! I'll smash you! Finish it!
Arctic
Relax.
waterfall.
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almadria got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almadria's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseth and Ganabel were horrible, but Almeidria makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidria, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidria's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidria has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidria without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Beifan, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing, but now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
I still can't believe what that Almeidria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danon?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
You got... Checked your equipment lately?
Wow, that came out perfect. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
We've reached our destination.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almedria. Hey, didn't we find a recipe that...
Yeah, we can use this for it.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahalar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
me much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people. But that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renins and Danins do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danins?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city? He didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. A ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
What's with that shining foe over there?
Brace yourself! This one will come! Engaging!
In a bind?
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Bring him down! Fire support! Turtle devastation! Storm! Rising Wyvern! Sonic Swarm! Sonic Thrust! Super Swallow Blade!
Our work is done. Get lost!
Eat this!
I see one, eh? Bombardment!
Anything in order!
Air support!
Do it!
No citizen stand a beat this!
For my lord! Rising Wyvern! Super Swallow Dance! Soaring Light Spear! Whirling Shuffling!
I'm on a roll now!
Here's another.
Your move!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Got it.
It's on! Swallow Blade, take this!
Burning strike.
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil. In the wind.
Not today!
These ones convert rings around us.
Steel!
Swallow dance.
What's this?
Hear my call.
Evening smelling to me. Yeah! It's ugly to me!
I'll be saving this one.
Double Demon Fang!
Raging storm. I'm ready for the next battle. That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Gotta break through!
Eat this!
Sonic Thrust!
Armor won't save you!
My shield!
You're on a roll now! them away!
A comfortable win.
Out of our way!
I'm on it!
Ready and You think that shield will save you?
Swallow dance! Hey, turn the condemned! Super swallow dance! Demon power! Eat this! Eat this! I'll tear you apart!
Now!
Jolie! Hey! Blow them away!
Onward and upward.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Now you'll learn. Burn in hell. Now you see what I can do. I won't show you any mercy.
You've got spirit. Dance in the wind.
Watch this.
Do it.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
An astral arc.
That's my field.
Shut him down.
Burning strike.
Barely a blip on our radar.
No backing down.
Dance in the wind. Mega ray. And here. Mega ray. I'll have to take my revenge on you.
You should have messed with me. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered. Right, here goes! I'm on you now! Not today! You won't make a fool of me!
It's weakened.
Getting started! This ends now!
Thank you.
Raging cascade.
That's black spot!
Here.
Demon drag!
I'll be free to throw it. The waters of creation magic is there. Mega ray.
That's freaking good!
Flame of fury. Burning
Demon drag! I'll smash you!
thunder blade. Radiant here.
Back on the hell! Just getting started!
Annihilate gale force.
Severing wind!
Burning spear. Here's evil.
Now I'm in the groove! You shouldn't have messed with me!
Mega ray.
I'm on it!
Lightning orb.
Rising
Do it.
wizard.
It's done.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
That's no ordinary.
job for yours truly. Now!
Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara.
Come on a roll now!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Freeze Lancer!
I've been doing really great lately.
Hi, Hoodle!
A showdown between Blade and Fist. Let you all down.
Stay away from my friend!
You back from Death's Abyss! I'll be saving my civilization!
This one's all mine!
Tempest! More without him!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm on it.
You picked the wrong fight!
Shattering of pieces. Attack time.
Strike! Demon Prey!
Denied.
Eat
this. Solid storm.
Radiant Pierce!
Rising Wyvern!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Soaring Wild Spear! Mirage!
I'm on a roll now. That's awesome.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Now I'm in the groove!
Not today!
Gale Force!
That's enough!
Gemini High
Sword! Thrust!
Demon Prey! Demon Prey!
I'm out of ammo!
Destruction!
That freaking does it! Come and get it!
Finish it!
Totally! Take! Blow them away! We can really make weapons with this?
That equipment should come in handy.
Go no further!
Eat this! Double Demon Prey!
There!
Eat this!
Demon Prey! Double Demon Prey!
In a bind? Eat this!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Solid storm!
Healing Circle!
Now I'm in the groove!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Solid Storm! Waterfall! In here!
I'm on it!
I'll be saving one more!
That's enough!
Take drinking more!
Ignite!
Here I go! More without heat!
First strike! I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike! You're wide open!
Waterfall! Sealed! Super
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Pierce Evil!
Falcon!
Eat this!
Lancer!
Punch that gun out of your hand!
For my lord! Got fire!
I got this! Let a marksman handle it!
The enemy wields
You'll soon see about that!
Its armor's strong! Be my guest!
Raging Cascade!
Now I'm in the
Here
groove!
goes!
Do as I say!
Stockpile!
We're not ready!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Lightning
Too
Condensed!
slow!
On your knees! Mega Stomach Drop! Scarlet Strike! Scarlet Blade! Rising Wyvern! Super
Swallow
Kill!
Whirling Snap! Storm! to it!
Do it! Meteor! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
I'll take that.
No choice.
Bring him down!
Rising Wiper!
Freeze Lancer! Lightning Orb!
Take down their defenses. Thanks.
Now I'm in the groove.
It's almost too strong.
Be
my guest.
Freeze Lancer! Here comes Radiant Blast!
A comfortable win.
No backing down.
Take this. Take this.
Here's the evil!
Burn in hell.
You'll pay for what you did! Raging Cascade!
Shockwave strike.
Super Swallow Dance!
I'm just getting started.
Rising Wiper.
Lightning Orb! Now!
Enemy wields arms too.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Glacial
Too
Spear!
slow.
Here's
Too
the evil!
slow. Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me. Super Swallow Dance.
With this, I can become even...
moment like this should be easy.
I'll smash you!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Too slow! Flaming throw!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Do it!
Hey! Blow them away! A comfortable win.
Looks like we spotted one of Hoodle's friends. Out of our way!
Get out of this! Freaking done this! Eat this!
I'm going in!
Now I'm in the groove! I'm on it! I'll finish you here! I can carve through armor!
My shield!
Here's evil! Do it! Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Take it!
You're wide open!
Purge the little waterfall! Moving corruption!
See what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that! Prepare to be sealed! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Light astral energy! More where that came from! Dance in the wind! Air blast! We'll do it!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Gotta break through! You got
I never miss!
I can carve through armor!
my shield!
They really don't give up, do they?
I see one, eh?
You airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you too!
This one's mine!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. No choice.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A comfortable win. It's on! Can't get out of this! I'm on it!
Rising Wiper!
Here's evil!
I'll tear you apart! You're on a roll now!
Rising Wiper!
Dance in the wind!
Water Blade!
I'm tricking you!
Lightning condemned!
What's this?
Annihilate now! Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
lost! Will this help?
It can hide itself? Amazing!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm just getting started!
Here! We got
I'm on it!
Ignite!
Here I come! I'll finish you here and now! Watch it!
I'll heal you all!
I'm on it! Take this! Swallow blade! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Thunder field! Here's a healing
Now I'm in the groove!
Seal! Lunar corruption!
Here I come!
Lunar blast! I hope stop that! Raging storm! More energy!
I'm just getting started! There you are!
Here goes!
Coming through! Ha! No! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing order! Good day!
I'll smash you!
This one's mine!
Eat this! Watch this!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon
Lunar blast! Watch and hurry!
I'll finish you here and now!
Do it! Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Here, let me help!
An astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Thunder field! More corruption! Do it! Thunder field! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
That took more energy than I expected.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be? Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
the groove!
Here I go!
Eat this! This one's all mine!
It's over! Its arm is too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my
Anything
guest!
in armor is all mine! Oh, now I'm real mad!
Here goes! Super Flame!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Its armor won't save you!
My shield!
Where's that?
Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Everyone hanging in there?
Hi, Hoodle! Not on my watch! Will this help? Dance in the wind! Sweet now! Here's evil!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I won't forgive you!
Dance in the wind!
I'm on it!
Sweet now!
Solid four!
Lunar Corruption!
Don't think I can
Lunar
done it!
Blast!
I'm on mine!
Come
Big
here!
bang!
Lightning Reserve! Real pain in the butt!
Aim for the weak spot!
Spread!
No more playing nice!
Super Swallow!
I'll finish you here now!
First aid!
Burn!
Lunar Corruption!
I'm on it!
Lunar Blast!
Sonic thrust! Dive and lever! Throwing your spear!
Watch energy! Raging Cascade!
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
Come and get
I'll be
it.
saving this one!
Eat this!
Magic
Solid
Command!
storm! Lightning
Here,
thrust!
Mega Ray!
Lightning
I'll be
bucket!
saving this one!
I'm on it! Double demon bang! Crush! Shouldn't have messed with me! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! We can really make weapons with this?
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, there's only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almeidria.
There she is! Almeidria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Eat this!
Now I'm in the groove!
Fred!
What? All good things come to an end.
Water, hear my call!
Dragon form!
Here! Raging storm!
Now I'm in the groove!
Not in your dreams!
Stay away!
Lightning condemned! Thunder! Now it's you! Here, thunder wheel! Come on, wall now! Fred, in here! Glacial spear! Arcane this one!
I'm on it!
You picked the wrong fight!
More with that! I'll put you through! Hear my call! Tempest Shadow! I'll put you through! Arc Steel! Hear my call! I'll bring you back from death to this!
Fool!
I've let you all down.
You'll pay for that!
I never fit!
Sonic Thrust!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
Not now, not ever!
Come and get it! I can carve through armor! Eat this!
Not done yet!
That's right! I'll finish you! It was nice while it lasted. Right!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hey, that
Wretched fool!
Rising Wyvern!
raging cascade!
I'll finish you here!
I'm on it! Freeze Lancer! Talon Sword! Reload! Hit!
You picked the wrong fight!
Confiscated!
All good things come to an end.
Rising Wyvern!
In a bind?
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast!
You're wide open!
Soaring Light Spear!
Anything in order is all mine! Now I'm in the groove!
Here I come!
Eat this!
Demon Fang!
Dragon! I'm just getting started! To make
This one's mine!
Demon Fang!
do it! Just try it!
In an instant! Impact Cross!
Let me help!
Rising Phoenix! They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away!
I've let you all
Stay away from my strength!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Freeze Lancer! Resuscitation!
Behold my true power!
Wits about you, people.
Demon Fang!
I'm just getting started! Showtime!
Rising Falcon!
Super Swallow Dance!
Lightning Thrust!
Thunder Field!
This one's all mine!
how we get out of this one.
You mean this might be the end?
No, never. Stay strong.
Wind astral energy!
Eat this!
Cruzzle them!
Here we go again! I'm on it! Talon Storm! Damn it! If only I'd been more careful.
Resuscitation!
I'm such a failure.
Nothing gets by me!
Looking good. I've let you all down. No paper! I'm on a roll now!
Behold my true power!
Burn in hell!
The Master Core!
Not while I'm around, he isn't!
Take this!
Lightning condemned!
Will this help? Anything in armor is all mine! Now I'm in the groove! Well!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you!
Pierce evil!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
Shion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
You're mine! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! No escape! Mirage! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Take this! You're finished! Stardust! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! It's on! No escape! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! It's over! Here I come! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! No escape! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! I'm not... Here I come! Tear! My turn! You're mine! This one's all mine! Take this! You're finished! Mirage! Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! It's over! Mirage! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Ah!
Alvin?
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell. Where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
senses an owl around here.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Confiscated.
Captivity! Take this! Does it hurt? Dragon
Steel force! More of that if it hides! Dispatch it out of it! Purge malevolence!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
More for the stockpile!
Rising Viper! You're on! Air pressure! Resonate with the earth! Here I come!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
This one's all...
Shut him down.
Take this! It's over! Tear!
More with that
You're on! Sword Rain Alpha!
Holy Land!
Take this! Eat dirt!
Here goes! One more! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Steel!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
Now! Take this!
Illuminate the stars!
You're mine!
Holy Glimmer! Holy Land!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Here I come! It's over!
Raging Storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Doubly!
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
With this, I can become even stronger! Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe!
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegus was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegus? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lanagus, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are, in one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zugo policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Elusive deity can't get out of this. Hiding something tasty.
Raging
I'm on
storm!
Megatonic Shock! Dragons and World!
Dash in the wind! Air
Astral
thrust!
Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Another incantation ruined.
On suffer in silence. Ready and loose. I'll face you. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now you see what I can do! I'm on it! Talent Roar! Prepare to be sealed!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this Salim kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. You sense one of your pals, Poodle? Hmm? You're saying we should check the Alps? Forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now.
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
You're saying we should check the owl forest? I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry. Who's the apex predator of these waters? Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out. Go no further!
Dragon Swarm!
Holy Lance!
Sword Rain Alpha! Rise
charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
This one's all mine!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy color!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Rising Wyvern! Blue Escape! Thanks! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine! It's over! Shine! Mirage! Regenerate! Here I come! I'm not done! It's over!
Everlasting
Negative. Gotta hold it together. It's do or die. Lightning condemned. Thunderblade.
Stay away from my friends! Sword Rain Alpha!
Imbue this vanquish.
Rising Wyvern! Here I come! You're finished! Tear!
I still have the fire in me.
Take this! I owe you one.
Holy land.
It was a close thing. Let's see what you've got.
Eat this! Come and get it!
Not today!
Far enough! Now I'm in the groove!
Sealed.
Rising Falcon! Sonic Thrust!
Follow down!
Sword Rain Alpha!
On a roll now! Armor won't save you! Resonate with the earth!
Easily defeatable.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Now.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Faster! Double Demon Strike!
Heal!
Gale Force.
Demon Fang!
Super Swallow Dance!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! There's always room for improvement.
What is this? Whoa!
There it is. That's our target.
Coming through.
I'm on it!
Illuminate
In
the
a
dark.
bind?
Come forth,
Rise
holy
to
Glimmer.
first strike! Elusive deity! You're wide open! Eat this! Nothing gets by me! Inferno!
Hurricane Thrust!
Eat this! I'm on a roll now!
Waterfall.
Dragon down! Everlasting Sun! Negative gate! Resonate with the earth! Has got your name on
Too
them!
fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Benediction.
You're on a roll now! Come and get it!
More with that now.
Totally! Hey! Blow them away!
Everyone hanging in there?
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia. Myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Not today! Lightning thrust! Negative resonate with the I'm on it! Roller blade! Double demon fang! Destruction!
Water astral energy!
Regenerate! I keep charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Go ahead! I'll leave it to you! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine!
Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Don't suffer in silence.
Eat this!
Raging storm!
I'm just getting started! Dragon shout!
Gale force!
I can feel my power growing.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much...
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.